I'm Chris Harte. I live downtown and don't own a car in Austin anymore.
Chris Harte lives in the urban heart of Central Texas.
Austin always has been growing.
But since the early 1970s, the Harte family has kept a quiet escape just 30 miles west.
There are little places here and there around the ranch that I just always love to go to because they're peaceful or different in some way. The creek down in the limestone canyons, you can get totally away. The development has come out from Austin. It's accelerated a lot in the last 10 or 15 years.
But the Harte's Spicewood Ranch has been growing in a different way.
We bought 280 acres in 1972 from a wonderful gentleman, Dayton McGinnis. And then just over time, we've defragmented. We've created a 1,300 acre piece of land out of 35 or 40 different pieces of land. I married Kay Wagenick back in 1984. And she, over the next few years, convinced me that we ought to be restoring this place.
If you had a really good grassland, the cows would be a really important part of it, like the buffalo were. But we don't have that. We are trying to reset that habitat, and that's why the cows aren't here. There's literally hundreds of them in here.
Kay and David had worked on a project together.
All through here. These are all Engelmann daisies. 30 years ago, this ranch was very typical of most of the hill country. Most of the edible plants, either for grazing or browsing, were either greatly reduced or gone entirely. Our goal was to put back the grasses. Also, though, we want to put back the flowers, the perennial forbs, but even harder with the woody plants.
Fire is a very important part of the process. I think the first year we did a burn, we just burned right around the house here. The fire improves the chances of the natives succeeding and knocks back most of the cedar, the cactus, the things that have expanded because of overgrazing, helps reduce those.
Chris brought our family out in 1972 as part of the deer lease.
Alan has been here literally from the beginning. He was only 14.
We hunted on it for years, and that kind of evolved to more of a wildlife manager. I've seen it change over the years, and that's what's been remarkable, just to see the progress that it's made from cedar, mesquite covered to now grass savannas, brush habitat, lots of forbs, flowers, everything coming back.
That plant diversity actually can lead to more wildlife diversity.
Animals need habitat and they'll come back.
It's a build it, they will come.
Our goal with the high fence is restoration.
The Spicewood Ranch actually uses the high fence to keep deer out. They're concentrated on the habitat, and they control their deer numbers to keep them low.
It's actually been a really good year this year to get the numbers down.
They're in the Managed Land Deer Permit program.
They're getting what they need to eat, and they're getting better food to burn the south field up into
When we
the
started,
middle section.
there were no post oaks younger than, say, 50 or 75 years. No young is a dying forest. We have high fenced one of those areas and got the deer numbers down to almost none. And lo and behold, we're getting post oak seedlings.
They've been basically managing for plant diversity here for a long time. We documented about 500 plant species from the ranch, that's a lot of species. The common name is netleaf bundleflower. It's endemic to Texas. The outreach component of what Chris is doing is really exciting to me.
Let's go this way.
He started to have plant classes.
These cliffs provide refuge for plants when there's too many deer and goats. So these are clues that these used to be here. Chris's expansion of the ranch causes one problem. There's a lot more work to be done.
Well, it's only going to get better. Chris is always working.
Just to see the long process of the work paying off has been a real joy. I think Kay would be ecstatic with the transformation on the ranch. When she passed away, Chris picked it up and took it to a new level.
Chris and her son Will had no questions that they wanted to continue this, and we just haven't slowed down.
I'm glad we did it, not just because of who Kay was and her legacy. It's been fun.